Welcome to the 49 Yard Dash Podcast, the podcast on your San Francisco 49ers, hosted by myself, Stephen Ellis, and of course joined by my good friend, Josh LaFawn, who still writes about the Wolverines at gbmwolverine.com. But Josh, I must ask before we get into this, how you doing, my man?
Aside from being banned off of multiple sites, kind of a renegade, I just would like to we'll pour one out. We'll try to get this here in the picture. We're going to pour one out for Urban Meyer as he's been fired and relieved of his duties in Jacksonville, Florida. We wasted good bourbon on him, but it's not something I feel ashamed of. In fact, I wish I had more expensive bourbon to pour out on his behalf because that man deserves everything. He deserves the world. Yes. And unfortunately for him, he's not going to reach it. He's not going to quite reach up there and take it.
It's too bad for him, man.
It's a shame, man. Yeah. It's a real shame.
Yeah. You think with that kick ability, he'd be able to make it up there,
Yeah, no, it's really hamstrung him, just as far as the ability, to not lead a football team. It's just really kicking himself in the behind, just kind of hamstringing him along the way, kind of being, just a real nuisance, kind of like a sprained ankle, just a real bruise of the shin.
I did think of one really bright side to all this Urban Meyer stuff.
Sure. What is it?
If we in the offseason decide to do another celebrity draft, we can take him as a kicker.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say coach because I was going to take him first pick after Hideki Matsuyama, the Japanese chess prodigy. Urban Meyer was right on my big board, man.
Okay, man. Okay. Well, guys, we got something a little bit different today. The 49ers took care of business. They beat a bad football team handedly. There's not really a bunch to say about it. So we're going to take just a few minutes to review the game, and then we got a little something special, a team-building exercise where me and Josh will try to build a better team than each other. And we'll show you how that works when we get there. But we used to do this all the time at work. We missed doing it, so now we're bringing it on the show. But first,
and if we can just get one comment, I'd like to mention, it's going to be a debate between me and Steve. We treat each other fairly, but if we can just get one person aside from our immediate family and close friends to comment on the video and say who's the winner, I will personally mail them a custom Urban Meyer Jacksonville Jaguars jersey. We just get one person to comment whose team is better, and it better be mine. They'll get a custom Urban Meyer jersey.
That's fantastic.
It'll be number 2, as in the wins that he has.
I was wondering what the jersey number would be. I was trying to connect it to a leg somehow.
It's either 00 based on his morals, or number 2 based on his wins. So
yeah.
We'll give him credit where credit's due.
That's true. As far as the game, so the 49ers beat the Falcons 31-13. The main notes that I have from this game is the biggest one to me is props to the defense primarily, because the game could have gotten out of hand fast. It could have really gone a different way entirely because JaMycal Hasty fumbled open kickoff and the Falcons had the ball at the San Francisco 12-yard line. And that is not how you want to start a game. In fact, if there was a script for the Falcons to win that game, it was probably for the 49ers to turn the ball over, right? That was going to be their one shot. Yeah, but yet the defense held. And the Falcons went for it on 4th down on the 1. They threw it to, I believe it was Kyle Pitts, and Tart was the one who was there to defend the pass. Mm-hmm. And then the 49ers get the ball, again, on that 1-yard line, of course. They don't do anything with that. Teams rarely ever do, so they have to punt it. It was a crappy punt. So the Falcons got the ball in the San Francisco 49. So 2 straight possessions where they have fantastic field position, and the defense held up both times where it was only a 3-0 game when it could have been 14-0.
Yeah, it easily should have been.
Defense to open up that way, man.
No, yeah, and I think the bigger question is why was JaMycal Hasty your number 1 option returning the kick?
Dude, they got to get a return, man.
No, they do, and I get that you don't want to put Brandon Ayuk back there. Brandon Ayuk back there. Who I'm talking about, which podcast I'm referencing. But, I don't need to put him back there. Don't need to put a healthy Raheem Mostert back there or Elijah Mitchell or anything like that. Yeah. But come on, man, let's find Ambry Thomas ran a 4.4 in college. Diamador Lenore is no slouch either, and he's not really getting any run. Heck, put Toluman Nawa Hufanga back there and Dante Johnson. At least they've got an ability to at least field it, call a fair catch or something. We'll do college rules, but no, I don't know. I don't get why JaMychal Hasty, for one, is getting that kind of run in a game. He should be an end of the bench guy, and then let alone, being the number one kick returner as well. It wasn't like they kicked away it wasn't like they kicked away from him. They kicked to him.
Yeah.
So he's the number one kick returner. So a lot of, in my opinion, better options there at kick returner. So maybe that's something to look forward to. But getting off topic, the defense really acquitted themselves well, giving up, like you said, 3 points when easily could have been 14, easily could have been more. The way the 49ers started off there in the first quarter too on offense. So they really held their own against sneaky good Atlanta Falcons offense, and the rest of their team might be in shambles, but the offense is still fairly decent.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Matt Ryan isn't prime Matt Ryan anymore, but he can still get the job done. There's no doubt about that. So it's a team that you got to take seriously for sure. But hey, they did, and they beat them handedly. They took care of business. Another note I had was I thought this was Jimmy Garoppolo's best game of the year. Honestly, he was nothing short of excellent. The stats are solid, but even more than that was just the efficiency, and he was pushing the ball downfield even. I mean, he all around played very, very well. And if he can play like that, these guys can make some noise in the playoffs. You just never know. Of course, Jimmy's a roller coaster.
No, he is, man. And of course, I show up to the podcast unprepared, like every other time. But I was reading on Bleacher Report. I was trying to pull it up. Stats someone reshared from Twitter. I think, knowing Bleacher Report, they're making everything into an article. It's probably what it was. But they were mentioning in the last 5 games, Jimmy Garoppolo grades out top 3 in every passing statistical category as far as efficiency, yards per game, fewest interceptions thrown, I guess the proper would be the least amount of sacks given up, least sack rate, the top 3 again in yards per completion, yards per attempt. He's really playing awesome, and ironically enough, he even ranks ahead of Aaron Rodgers in one of those categories too. And that category was passing efficiency. I do remember that much. So it's kind of interesting now. You're looking at Garoppolo 18 for 23, 235 and a touchdown. Obviously that was enough to get the job done, but just the way he looked was like the best Jimmy Garoppolo we've seen. And it wasn't an aberration either, like you said, and like the stats shown over the last few games, he's really just been balling out. And this was up there with as far as with one of his better ones of his career. I would put this one almost next to the 2019 New Orleans game, where he kind of put the team on his back, ended up leading a game-winning drive there at the end of the fourth quarter. But yeah, just, even overall career game, season best, he's really on fire right now.
Yeah, he is. And he's even, I think since week 8, I think he's number 1 in yards per attempt since week 8. So that's one that shocked me, actually. So Garoppolo, he's hit a stride, and good timing, just in time for a playoff run. And, man, I'm looking forward to it because when you look at the standings right now – and wait, real quick, can you explain to me why Dallas is above Tampa Bay when Tampa Bay beat them head-to-head?
Well, I'm not going to explain it to you, but I'll let ESPN's playoff model predict it for you. So they are ahead. So Green Bay, obviously, they're a game up on the competition. There's a big muddled mess between 2 with Dallas, 3 with Tampa Bay, 4 with Arizona, 5 with the Rams. But this is what they say: wins tiebreaker over Arizona and Tampa Bay based on best win percentage in conference games. So I believe it's kind of a similar model to what you see in college. I know I hate to do that, so I'm not going to say my favorite team specifically, but the SEC, the Big Ten, the Pac-12, the ACC, Power 5 conferences use a similar model where if you have more than 2 teams tied for the record, then another tiebreaker comes into effect. Because, for instance, if Dallas, Tampa Bay, Arizona were all in the same division,
Mhm.
and they all beat each other, but none of them had a common win. They went 1-1-1. They all beat different opponents. Then there's no tiebreaker. So then it would be a certain percentage. So that's what takes effect when there's a multiple
Gotcha.
team tiebreaker. So you've got
That's
3 teams tied for it. Dallas 10-4, Tampa Bay 10-4, Arizona at 10-4. Dallas has the best conference win percentage. Tampa Bay has second best, and then Arizona comes in last. That's why they're 4 out of 4 of the division leaders in the NFC.
okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. More than 2 teams, that takes effect. Interesting. Because as of right now, the Niners will play the Bucks, and I know the Bucks have injuries right now, but I still don't want to draw Tom Brady in the first round. I would much prefer Dallas or Arizona, man.
Yeah, and then so just to kind of break it down, the reason being, like we talked about before, Cardinals beat the Cowboys. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. I was looking at the preseason. Cardinals haven't played the Cowboys and they haven't played the Bucks, but they have the same record, which is why that tiebreaker comes into effect. Though Tampa Bay beat Dallas, they don't necessarily own the head-to-head because there's 3 teams tied for it. If Arizona was a slip up, Dallas and Tampa end up with the same record, then Tampa Bay's tiebreaker would take effect in that instance.
Very interesting. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Like I said, I'd rather draw Dallas, Arizona, even the Rams over the Buccaneers personally.
So what you're rooting for right now is for the Cardinals to really get back on track. Because if they get back on track and kind of hold on to it, Dallas slips up the game, which it looks like they might. They've got a tough road ahead. Tampa Bay doesn't have the easiest road either. Then your tiebreaker comes into effect. So you're really looking for Arizona to climb back up to the top of the division if that were to happen.
Gotcha. All right. Good to know what I need to root for.
Oh, yeah. Go Cardinals, baby.
Yeah, true that. All right. Do you have game balls? Would you like me to go first or you want to go first?
No, I'll go first.
All right.
Why don't you go first?
I'll go first.
You go first. That's what I want to happen in the first place.
My first game ball will go to none other than Jimmy Garoppolo. Again, I thought he played his best game of the year. I thought he was, like I say, nothing short of excellent, really. He was awesome. He was super efficient, accurate. I only saw one bad ball pretty much the whole day. His best game. So, game ball, Jimmy G. Jimmy W, you might say.
Jimmy W. Yeah. So I'll go I will go Juwan Jennings is my first one because I've mentioned it before and he's also gotten a game ball previously this year. But he is the big slot, the oversized slot that you're looking for with Jalen Hurd. But they played at Tennessee and both about the same size. But what's the common denominator in a wide receiver being on the field and Jalen Hurd now? Oh, wait, he's healthy.
Yes.
He's healthy. He has workable legs.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurd spent too much of the offseason hanging around Urban Meyer and screwed himself. He can't walk.
He's Juwan Jennings messed up his legs.
He can't walk. You got to take out that aggression on somebody. Can't hit your wife. Might as well, hit Jalen Hurd.
Kick a kicker.
Yeah, exactly. So Juwan Jennings, he only had 28 yards, but he did have a touchdown. But it's just nice to see, going forward, 49ers still do lack that complimentary guy to fill in for Debo and for Brandon Ayuk. But it's nice to have that kind of fourth receiver who can step in as that big oversized slot who's just a matchup nightmare, especially in the red zone like we saw it in this game. And then just looking at even a fourth receiver going forward with the 49ers, he definitely looks like somebody who's going to be part of their long-term plans, like a younger Kendrick Bourne almost, even a little bit bigger. So it's nice to have a guy like that locked up.
Definitely so. Yeah, that's very true.
And one more thing about Juwan.
Go ahead.
You just saw how badly Shanahan wanted to play Jalen Hurd through how he played Juwan Jennings. Every time Juwan Jennings on the field, which isn't a ton. I mean, he had 3 receptions. His total targets, well, God almighty, he had 6 targets. So there were 6 plays, maybe drawn up for him. But it does seem like every time he's in the game, he is either the 1A or the 1B option. And that those plays were probably drawn up for Jalen Hurd. So it's nice to see somebody fill in that void because we've heard so much over the past few years about how good Jalen Hurd is, how much of a matchup nightmare he is. We can never get on the field. I hate to crap on the guy, but Juwan Jennings is, that.
Yeah.
And finally, these plays are getting put to use. We see him. It might not be every down. It's not going to be to the same level that Ayuk and Debo are going to give you. But he had a touchdown in a fairly not critical moment. But the game was still somewhat in doubt when he scored. It wasn't a blowout at that point. So it's just nice to have him here long term and to see what maybe Shanahan can draw up with him in the future.
True that. True that. I agree. My second game ball goes to Jaquiski Tart for having both stops on 4th and goal, both times. One was a pass breakup, and then one was an awesome tackle. He ended up hurting his ankle to some extent, but he was able to keep playing on it. So hopefully that's not an issue long term. But I thought he played a really good game and made big plays when they really needed it. So Tart.
Nice. I will go Juice, Kyle.
Nice.
Because somehow he only had one carry, which was his touchdown run of 6 yards, and he was projected by Yahoo as the 5th in my league, and actually both of my Yahoo leagues, as the 5th best option to pick up at running back because of his fantasy points from last week. Now, granted, it's a 12-man league, so it's pretty deep. But just the fact that the only thing you're betting on Juszczyk is the fact he's going to score in the red zone, it's nice to see. And I'm just a fullback aficionado. Seeing him just belly dive into the end zone, it just warms the cockles of my heart.
It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. It's just satisfying to see Juice in the end zone, man. Absolutely.
To see a fullback, and especially the best fullback in football.
But no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, nice. 49ers are in a good spot. I think at this point, the odds of them making the playoffs, I think it's in the 90s now. It's
been around the high 80s, low 90s, but yeah.
Yeah. Depends on where you look, but in that general area. Basically, most sports betting places are saying that they're pretty much a lot playoffs, and I agree. I think they're going to beat Tennessee and Houston. We'll see about the Rams. But I think the time has come, Josh. Are you ready to do this thing?
One more thing I'd like to bring up. I just texted you off camera. If anybody's made it this far, you've seen it. No, it's good. I would like to touch up because I am a staunch Ambry defender. Real quick, just kind of a little 5-minute rundown. What are your thoughts on Ambry? I'd like to give mine, and then maybe we can briefly touch on where the 49ers need to go for defensive back, maybe in the offseason.
I thought Ambry was generally in a good position. Like, he wasn't getting burned or really beat on the routes. It was just at the catch point that he was struggling. So I'm no DB expert. I don't know if that's – I would imagine it seems like that'd be an easier fix. I mean, I'd rather have somebody who's just – it sounds silly, but I'd rather have somebody who's getting mossed than somebody who's just getting burnt constantly. Because I feel like you can work on stronger hands and playing the ball. That's probably an easier adjustment than it is, hey, just play better, man to man,
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he was in good position. You look back at that Jamar Chase touchdown he gave up last week against the Bengals, or I guess a week and a half ago now. He kind of got mossed on that one too. And then going up against Russell Gage this past week, then giving up the one on Kyle Pitts as well down the field. He just got mossed a couple times. And even that interception he almost had on Pitts, where Pitts almost took it away from him.
I know.
I think Crocker actually mentioned it, using violent hands, going up and attacking it at the point of the catch. It's something he did in college. It's something he did in high school. I followed his recruitment too. So I'm not sure if that's just a confidence thing. Again, not being a DB expert, like you mentioned too, but it does seem like something where maybe that's a confidence thing of having the confidence to go up for it. Maybe kind of the way I've been thinking about it the last few days is if you're playing pickup basketball and you get the ball swung to you, do you have the confidence to pump fake to give yourself an open shot? Or do you just shoot it in somebody's face and then you're kind of maybe off on your mechanics or you get your shot packed? It's having the confidence to maybe let your guy blow by you, pop the three, kind of a similar thing with being a DB, having the confidence to be like, this is my ball. I'm going to go up and get it. I'm not just going to wait on it to come to me, kind of that similar thing in basketball. I'm not just going to shoot it right now because my feet are set perfect. I've got the pass, but I might get packed. I'm gonna do what I need to do to make this shot. Maybe that's what Ambry needs to do. Is just kind of be a little more aggressive and attacking the ball. But he has been in good position, like you mentioned. Just needs to make a play on it and not get highlight reel plays every reception.
Yeah.
Taking over him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a rookie, and again, he hasn't played in a long time. And he was more of a man press guy, and he's been playing more zone. So I think we all expected some rough patches.
Yeah.
We should have, anyways.
Last quick thing before we move on to the team building thing. Won't spend too much time on this, but just as far as addressing it in the off season, obviously you've got the two guys, Lenore and Ambry. That seem like they're wanting to play Lenore, maybe more long term, maybe not as a K1 replacement, but somewhat in the slot.
Yeah,
the way they
seems to be.
The way they've been reluctant to put him on the field. They're giving Ambry his trial by fire. Where does cornerback rank for you? Draft, free agency, need?
I think one. One. Yeah. I like Emmanuel Mosley. I like Verrett, but he's never healthy. So that really leaves Emmanuel Mosley. And again, we just don't know with Ambry yet. It's too early. So I think you have to prioritize that if you're a team that's trying to be a contending team, of course. And, this is a really good draft class for corners. Unfortunately, I do feel like the top corners are going to be gone by end of first, beginning of second, and they don't have a pick in that range yet. So if they really want to get one of the top guys, I think they probably would have to trade up. But there are good free agent options too. So
it does seem like best case scenario is sign a cornerback one in free agency, hope Verrett gets healthy, maybe try to hang on to Mosley, and then maybe long term your free agent signing this offseason is your number one, and Ambry if he develops as your number two. And if he's not, then you've still got Mosley, you've still got Verrett whenever he's not in the ER, and just kind of move on from there. Yeah,
and there are some good names coming up, like Kyle Fuller. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Chris Harris. Awesome. Patrick Peterson's too old. Bryce Callahan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really good options in free agency. But yeah, I would say that's got to be at the top of the list and positional priorities. Yeah.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah. I also would like to see a more consistent edge rusher opposite side of Nick Bosa. That's higher on my list too. So
yeah,
but corners one.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You just don't know what you have in these rookies yet. And the way they've kept Lenore off the field, Ambry wouldn't be playing right now if Verrett was healthy, and Mosley hadn't been banged up so much either this season. He wouldn't be on the field. He's on there for necessity right now. And so the fact Lenore's not on the field tells me they've got different plans for him long term. It's not because of his lack of ability. He's certainly shown enough to get on the field. He's shown more than Ambry, frankly. But the fact he's not on the field tells me that they've got a different position lined up for him, or a different role lined up for him long term.
Definitely so. I totally agree. Yep.
All right.
Sweet. Well, I think the time's come, Josh. You ready for this, man?
Let's do it.
All right. Give me a second to get this set up how I want.
You're good.
All right.
While you're sharing screen, I'm going to cut video real quick and readjust my setup.
Okay. Nice.
Gotta love the background.
The what?
Gotta love the background.
Oh, what I'm screen sharing?
Yeah, the fact
definitely
on your dash in the background. Love to see it.
I thought you'd like that. I took a few minutes to make this beforehand. Yeah.
In the words of Jack Harbaugh, it warms the cockles of my heart.
That's such a good quote.
Great quote.
Okay. So I was thinking, there's a few ways we can do this. I thought one way I can do this is, let's say it's my turn. So I'll hit this. And you pick between those two teams and what I have to choose from, and vice versa. Or we can hit this and say, okay, I get the Lions, you get the Raiders. Like each side is assigned.
Yeah.
Which way do you prefer?
Let's pick a number. Let's try to, I say this with no pause. Let's try to screw each other the best we can.
Deal. Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. You
And
want to
let's
go
not
first or
start
second?
with the Lions and the Raiders.
Deal. I'm going to hit it again once we start. Trust me. I don't want to start with those. You want first or second?
I will go second.
All right. And we'll do kind of snake where I get the first, you get the next two, and then we'll just go back and forth one-on-one just to make it simpler. So I'll go first and you get the next two. Here we go.
All right.
All right. Which of those teams do you want me to choose from?
Atlanta Falcons.
Well, dang it. I'm gonna go.
And one thing we'll mention before we make our first pick. Guys with injuries, guys who've been out, like Deshaun Watson, Calvin Ridley, they are eligible, and we base them off of their career performance, not
glad you said that,
allegations or dipping out. Yeah, I couldn't let you not have that.
I mean, I don't think Kyle Pitts is a bad option, but I did forget about Ridley just because he hasn't played in a long time. All right.
Would have went Grady Jarrett myself based off of
I thought about him.
You breathing into my ear about him, but
I thought about it too. Okay. They're still elite players, but I want you to pick from the Raiders.
God dang it. I've already forgot about who's on the Raiders. Yeah. I'm not taking Derek Carr. Oh, Darren Waller.
Okay, I was like, I'm not going to say anything if he's
No. I was just thinking about their
Waller.
defense, dude. I didn't have any reason to believe you would let me, but I was hoping I'd get the Broncos. The Broncos.
I want you to pick from the Texans.
Ooh. Dirty dog.
Easy choice. Wait. Never mind.
Were you about to say somebody? And
Nope.
then I forgot about him?
No, I'm not saying anything.
I'm not picking Davis Mills. Jeez. There's probably somebody I'm forgetting. Might have to look up his name. But they've actually got a sneaky cornerback number 1. He's actually been really good this year. Let me look up his name.
No problem.
Wait a minute. I forgot about somebody because he's currently not playing. I'll take Deshaun Watson.
That's why I said wait.
Dude,
Dang
I
it.
forgot. And then I said I'll take Davis Mills.
And I know. I thought you were gonna.
No. I
come up
do
with it
want
right
to look
after
him
that.
up quick before I move on. Houston Texans cornerbacks.
Desmond
He's
King.
actually been pretty good. There's another guy I was thinking. Maybe it was King. Just let me look up their depth chart real quick before I move on, before I forget. Terrence Mitchell. Yep. And then Desmond King as well. They've both been pretty good. And then Kevin Pierre-Louis has actually been a sneaky good slot corner as well.
Mhm.
So they're not horrible.
Their defense actually isn't awful.
I don't know.
People don't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll take Deshaun.
Yeah. I forgot immediately.
I did too.
There you go. Who do you want me to choose from?
Nah.
These are good
Give you
options.
I'll give you the Ravens.
Okay.
I don't want you to get Aaron Donald.
I'll take Marlon Humphrey.
That's a good one.
All right.
It's nice to see it live too.
I know, right?
And then am I giving you another one?
No, we'll just go back and forth one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make it simpler now. I was just
Okay.
Yeah. Gosh. I guess the Chargers.
Okay. I'll go Joey Bosa.
I thought you would, but I thought Joey Bosa or DeAndre Hopkins, and I decided
Actually,
on-
I wasn't even thinking about Hopkins. That's because I usually pick him. I was thinking about Buda Baker.
Oh
a little
yeah,
different.
yeah. Nice.
Go a little different this week.
All right.
Oh, I'll give you the Titans.
Okay. I'm going AJ Brown.
I still love AJ Brown. He didn't
me
take the leap
too.
this year. I thought he would, but
Well, he's been
I don't
hurt.
know. Yeah, he's been banged up all year, but I still love me some AJ Brown.
I think he's awesome. Awesome.
He's still my favorite receiver right now.
Yeah, well, I think honestly, long term, these two teams might have the two best young receivers, AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson. So
Yeah, Justin
Like
Jefferson's
who
up
you
there.
take over the next 10 years, it might be those two. So
Yeah, Jamar Chase making the sneaky good
true,
run at it too. But
true.
yeah, no, they're up there. All those Southern boys.
Sorry, buddy, you're picking from Houston again.
All right, I'll go Desmond King. I'm not gonna pick that slot corner I was talking about. Forget that. Hey, it's Desmond King the second. Put some respect on his
It's
name.
true. The second, my bad. Oh crap!
Texans. You want the slot corner's name?
I have it pulled up actually. When you were looking it up, I looked it up too.
No, Terrence Mitchell is actually pretty good too.
They have Christian Kirksey. Oh, well, he's been hurt. Okay, but yeah, so
Mhm.
Kevin Pierre-Louis has been playing and playing well.
And
All right, I'll do it.
yeah, no, he's a good nickel. It's actually just their offense that's putrid.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
real.
people keep talking about as far as them maybe taking Hutchinson or taking
Thibodeau or Thibodeau.
yeah, Thibodeau. But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't necessarily think they need that.
Man, this is tough. By the way, I almost took Brandon Cooks, but I didn't. I don't know. I just didn't.
I know, dude. He's just so over the hill.
He's always No, he always produces, but there's something I don't know. He
He's
just wasn't feeling.
yeah. He's the Christian Wood of the NFL. He just puts up baseless stats on bad teams.
Yeah. I don't want you to get TJ Watt, so I'll do Dallas.
You Dallas. All right. There's a few ways I can go with this, man.
Yeah, there is. And neither are
But you
bad
know what?
options.
I'm going to take the rookie of the year. Give me Micah Parsons.
At edge or linebacker? That's the question.
Oh, he's a Mike linebacker for me.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's his best fit.
He's been killing it playing edge too, or just rushing the passer, but it's a more
Yeah,
of like outside
they
linebacker than an edge.
They line him up everywhere.
They do. He's awesome. All right. I can handle either of these.
I know. Who do I want to give you? It depends on how
That's funny. It says Redskins.
good for them, how it's meant to be. Man, it kind of comes down to, do I think Joey Bosa is better than Khalil Mack, or do I think he's better than Chase Young?
Yeah.
But maybe you go a different way. I don't know. I'll give you Washington.
I think that was a smart move. Are you surprised that I'm thinking?
I'm surprised you're thinking, but I think there's a couple options that I actually like with them. I don't think you could go wrong. Yeah, that's honestly probably where I would have went too.
Right. Chase Young was the first one I thought of. I'm like, I think Young didn't have a great year. Even before he got hurt, he wasn't playing great. I'm going to take McLaurin. Okay. I'm not giving you San Fran, buddy. You got Miami.
Son of a gun. I'll go Xavier Howard. I still think he's the number one cornerback.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's still awesome for a cornerback.
Yeah, just as far as over Byron
Murphy.
Thank you.
All right. I'm good with either of these.
Give me Minnesota.
Okay. There's two guys I'm debating between. And I don't want to give names just in case you get Minnesota later.
I'm bad.
I'm going. Normally, I feel like I draft defense heavy, but I gotta go Dalvin Cook, man.
All right, respect.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna give you cards. I'm gonna give you cards.
Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take DeAndre Hopkins. I think
I
he's
thought
better
so.
than two. I think he's better than two out of your three receivers.
Yes, he is. I think he's technically better than all my receivers, but
Yeah, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt on one of them. We'll give him talk about that later.
I didn't want you to take Tre'Davious White and be able to shut down all of my receivers.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about him.
Oh, really?
I always forget about Tre'Davious. Well, you know that.
Oh, yeah, because he can play nickel and very
No,
well.
he's good, man.
Man, what's up with the friggin' Vikings? Good
I'll
lord.
give you the Vikings.
Good God. I'll take Danielle Hunter now.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's the guy I always forget, just as far as names. Danielle, nice. That's a sexy name
I don't know how you spell
for
it.
an edge rusher. No, you did. I think that's right.
Okay. It's weird.
We know who it is.
I guess Cardinals again.
Okay, I'll go Buda Baker.
Okay.
If he played anywhere other than Arizona, he'd get more clout.
Oh man, he's really, really good.
Actually sneaky. I'll give you the Jags.
Okay. There's two people I'm debating between,
Okay.
and it's not Trevor Lawrence.
Urban Meyer and Gardner
Yes.
Minshew from 2 years ago.
I'm gonna go Miles Jack.
I was hoping you'd forget about him. I just didn't.
I never
Yeah,
forget
no.
about on Miles Jack.
I know. I love it some Miles Jack.
I was considering Josh Allen, but I'm still hoping I can get a better edge. So
Yeah.
but we'll see. Oh, man, freaking Cardinals! What the heck? Do you want to make any maximums for one team? Like I can only make you pick from one team certain amount of times or something, or do you want?
We've done it three times.
That's what I thought.
That's where you're at right now. You've had
Hopkins and Baker.
Yeah, I've got Hopkins and Baker. I mean, 2 or 3 is fine with me. Just whatever you think's more fair.
Okay, yeah, we'll do 3, I guess. So you can pick from them one more time, and then you can't again.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I'm looking for depth charts to see what I would do right here.
There's a couple guys I'm considering. I might have to pull it up for real.
I did forget about one name. So, by the way, we're trying to do this off the top of our head to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, that's the first time I've pulled anything up.
Yeah, I've been pulling stuff up on your turn, but not on my own, actually. Just to see where you could go, but I'm trying to do it off the top of my head. So.
Yeah, me too.
But I did forget about one name. So, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I just don't feel great about it still either way. Maybe it's who you're talking about. After I say it and I'm wrong, then you'll tell me. But I'll go Chandler Jones.
That is who I was talking about. Yeah.
I still don't feel great about it, to be honest with you.
I don't think I know his stats are just inflated because he had 5 sacks the first week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's that low.
I was honestly down to Chandler Jones or Cliff Kingsbury.
Wow. That
I just didn't want any. I didn't want any of that.
That does shock. Yeah.
God almighty. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll give you the Panthers.
All right. I'll take Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
He can still lock him up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What do you need? What do you? Oh crap. Dang it. Both of these teams actually fill your needs very well.
Yes, they do.
I'll go. I'll go Cincy just because Buda Baker and Jesse Bates are both free safeties. I mean, you could put Jesse Bates at strong safety still. You probably manage, but it's me trying to avoid that. So we'll see how it goes.
Sure. No, I'm curious because I think this is the first time we've had it written out as, or we've addressed it as the fit at free safety and strong safety.
It is. Normally we just do two safeties and just kind of roll with it. Yeah. But I thought this would add one more little twist.
It does. Tougher than I wanted it to be. I'll try to do it the right way. I'm going to go a little outside the box. I'll go Joe Mixon at running back.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I was wondering if you were thinking of that or Jamar. Or, yeah.
No. Yeah, no. I was thinking about Jamar Chase and Jesse Bates, but I didn't want to put Jesse there. And I'll hang around. I don't think I'm going to get anybody better than Dalvin Cook. I'll give you not going to give you the Chiefs. That's for dang sure. God, I guess I'll bite the bullet. Take the Broncos.
I was very happy with either one of these. So
I'm sure. Yep, I knew where you were going.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite players in the league.
There you go. Nice fit.
Justin Simmons. Have I made you pick from the Texans 3 times already? Wait, Watson, King. No, I haven't. It's been twice.
There you go.
Well, you can go one more, man.
All right. Fair enough. Well, we pulled through down the chart.
I don't blame you for the Texans, dude.
Texans, yeah. Chart. You're going to smoke me. Let's see.
Nah, there's. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going who you thought about going. I don't think I might have to, though. Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
That's just a pity right there.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, no.
Hold on. Hang tight. I'll go David Coley, head coach. Culley.
Wow.
I will mail it in because I am not picking Brandon Cooks.
Is that how you spell it, you said?
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Baltimore Raven.
Sweet. Here we go. I forget about
Take him over Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Eesh. Well, out of respect for me passing on him, I'm going to ask you to do the same. I'll give you the Bengals because you'd be in the same predicament that I was in.
Yep.
So out of respect. And if you don't want respect, I don't blame you. Just go Zach Taylor. You know you want to.
Yeah. Man, this is a tough decision for me. It's 2 guys again.
Okay. I'm curious who you're thinking. I've got one name. I don't know if I have 2.
I'm doing it, man. He's a stud. I'm doing it, man. Oops.
I like it.
Well, Joe Burrow, man. I'm doing it. Let's do this.
I don't think you would.
You get Dallas because I can't let you get the Cardinals again.
Sweet. I will go CD Lamb.
All right. Good pick.
Well, I almost took earlier, but I wanted to go Micah Parsons. Just change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
More like CD Lamb, more like CD Rom. Oh, have you picked from them 3 times, Steven?
I have not, sir.
Houston, Texans.
Well.
And you have all 3 wide receivers, too.
I do, don't I?
And you have both corners and your nickel.
Well, I seem to be in a bit of a predicament here.
Pour one out for you, along with Urban Meyer.
Sweet Lord, this is rough. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take one of their defensive tackles, who I will admit that I didn't know who he was. Ross Blacklock. This is
Nailed that one in, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Your safety's not too bad though.
I
God,
thought about it. I really did.
I gotta look up his name. I don't need you to tell him to me. I need to look him up because I just saw him a minute ago.
You
Yeah,
want me to
Justin
check?
Reed, he's not bad.
Well, he's listed as free safety though, and I have Simmons because I thought about
really?
it too. Yeah.
I was looking at the Texans' official depth chart. They've just got him listed at interchangeable safety.
Oh well. Oh well.
Oh well.
All right, man. You ready to pick from Jacksonville?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's tough because some of their best positions you already have filled.
Can I go Jalen Ramsey from 2015?
Yes.
Yeah. God, I don't want. What it comes down to is, do I want to mail it in and take Chark and hope that I have two better receivers than you? Or do I want to stare at the screen for another 5 minutes and then take Chark or Chenault in a few minutes and do the same thing? So it really comes down to, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sorry, folks. We really didn't want to have to resort to the depth chart, but sometimes these crap teams, they're just hard to keep up with. Oh, I forgot about this guy. It's a shame. Well, I do have an open wide receiver. I should consider Tavon Austin.
Carlos Hyde, you have running back.
I do have a running back. It's a real shame. And I've already got both edges. So
Yep.
that throws a
Yep.
wrinkle in it. God. Yeah, I can't screw myself. Wait a minute. This begs a different question. Hold the fort.
I am confusion.
I'll tell you in a second. I see. Okay, we're good. There was a player that I'm about to take who was not listed on their depth chart, and I didn't remember him being moved in the off season. I'll go on ahead and take DJ Chark.
Okay.
He's actually not listed because he's got a broken finger and been out.
Gotcha.
Here's a name you haven't heard in a while, and apparently Tavon Austin is listed as their slot receiver. Laquan Treadwell, the bust first round pick from Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Who went
Broke his
to
leg
the
going.
Vikings.
Mm-hmm. I remember, man.
He is the backup to LaVisca Chenault Jr.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which
All
one?
right. Oh, sorry. You already refreshed it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You haven't really picked from the Cardinals, have you? Not even once. Have you?
I thought I did once. Maybe I didn't.
I guess not. Give you the Cardinals.
Okay. I'll take a guy who's actually had a pretty good year.
I considered him actually over Chandler Jones for a minute.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys with probably more potential in the lower floor.
He's all over the field.
I like Isaiah Simmons.
Ooh, okay. Sadness. Okay. Pittsburgh.
I was hoping you give me them.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
Does my other linebacker have to be an outside linebacker?
Outside? No.
Okay, I'll go Devin Bush.
Nice. Ideally, I think this kind of more is an inside guy here.
Yeah, no, that's true compared with Parsons. I just consider Micah still from college being a true Mike, but he probably
Yeah,
was better in the NFL as an outside guy. I'm just so used to watching
he is. Yeah,
stupid Penn State game.
I feel you. All right.
Ooh,
I'm actually happy with either one, buddy.
you're happy with either one?
I am.
Oh, because I know who you're taking for edge. I'll give you Tennessee.
That's not what I anticipated, actually. And I don't
Really?
know who I'm taking at edge.
Oh, okay.
Um,
No, I still think Hawk's better than Waller, but that's just me.
no, yeah, I would have picked. I think Hawkinson or Dan Campbell. I was thinking of Dan Campbell. I'm
You
dead
would
serious.
have
I
more.
really would. That's probably who I would have picked, honestly.
Oh yeah. No, I would
But
have given you. You would have had the point over Coley or Waller with either pick.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Huh. I think.
Surprised you're stumped.
Well, yeah, there's no, I'm not. I want to take Jeffrey Simmons.
Okay.
He's had an awesome year. 8 sacks.
Surprised you didn't go Harold Landry at edge
That's
or
the other one I was thinking about. Dang, he's got 11
or
sacks. Maybe I made a mistake. But Simmons is
yeah.
playing DT though, so 8 sacks at DT is pretty
No,
awesome.
yeah. No, Simmons is good.
Yeah.
Actually, Amani Hooker would be a sneaky pick at safety.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't mind that. I thought for sure once I gave you them, you were gonna go. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm Mary Joseph.
You haven't picked from Jacksonville 3 times, right?
Nope. This will be number dose.
Okay, go for it, man.
Okay, hold on. I think I can win. Oh yeah, Shaquille Griffin, nickel.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Yeah, that's not bad.
My plan was to tell you I'll take the 2-armed Griffin brother, but then I ended up taking DJ Shark.
That's awesome. Well, he still got saved, so yeah. Good God. Okay.
Jacksonville, have fun.
Okay.
You can't pick Urban anymore.
Pick Josh Allen.
All right.
I mean, I'm not sad about that pick. I was just hoping to get an elite edge at some point, and I could have in Chicago, but it was a good pick. Good Lord, man. Pittsburgh.
I'm not pulling up the depth chart because I don't know who I'm going to pick. I just need to see their name written out so I can debate and not just have them in my head.
Nice.
God. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to engineer something or if I was going to shoot it straight. Had I just held on a little bit longer with Pittsburgh, I could have taken Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah. No, I'll go who I almost went earlier over Devin Bush. I'll take Cam Hayward at DT.
That's where I thought you were going to go before, actually.
Yeah, I wanted to get Bush.
He's had a good year.
My boy. I wanted to get my boy.
I did not want to give you Derwin James because he has been a stud this year.
That's almost who I took over Joey Bosa earlier, too.
Wow. Yeah. I wouldn't even blame you, honestly. Okay. I'm happy with both of these, too, I think.
And I think I know where you're going to go with both of these as well.
Yeah, I think I do, too.
And and I don't think I'm winning the battle either way. I'll give you Indy.
I'll take the offensive line.
Yeah, I figured you were going O-line either way.
I was considering Matt LaFleur.
Really? Dude, I
like
think
LaFleur,
Frank Reich's a better coach than LaFleur, dude.
I don't actually. I know he has Rodgers, so it's hard to tell, but I don't know. How many times have you picked from the Jacks? One,
I think
two,
two. I think just two.
two? Wow.
They can give me the Jags again.
But no, let's go. Let's go Raiders, man, just to swap it up. I don't like picking the same teams over and over. Let's go Raiders.
I don't either. We need to change that up next time. We'll do
Yeah,
two.
yeah,
We'll
we should
do
just do
two.
two
Yeah.
next time. Yeah.
God. That's actually not bad. It's a shame I have to pull up these depth charts for these guys, but I really
Oh, I forget, man. It's hard to
yeah,
just
no, I
remember off the top of your head.
forget too. Funny, Solomon Thomas, former 49er, third
Yeah,
overall pick.
yeah,
He's actually the backup defensive tackle in Oakland right now.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough, I think he had a hot start on the year and didn't do anything like the rest of the year.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep, I went. I had to look it up to make sure, but yeah, I'll go Quentin Jefferson, defensive tackle.
How do you spell Quinton? Is it with a O at the end? Or
Quinton.
Quintun or Owen?
Owen. Quentin Jefferson. 3 sacks, so not as good as Jeffrey Simmons, but he's a solid run stopper.
So I'm happy with both of these. I don't know which one I prefer if you're trying to read me. I can't.
No, I'm not trying to read you. I'm trying to think about who you would take for the Eagles because I think I know who you would take for the Packers. Actually, I think all 3 of your positions would fit the Packers. Just trying to think about who you'd take with the Eagles and if I'm okay with that. I'll give you the Eagles.
Dallas
I think I know who
Goedert.
you're taking. Yeah, I figured you would.
He is awesome, man.
I figured you'd take Matt LaFleur or Darnell Savage.
Yeah. Okay. Dang, both of these are good options for one of them. Oh, okay. Who do I prefer? Who do I prefer you to have? Dang. I guess the Bills.
Micah Hyde.
Is he a strong safety?
Listed, yeah. Maybe
Really?
he is a free safety.
I have him listed as free safety. I looked that up to make sure.
Okay. No, he is a free safety. Eesh, that changes things.
Yep. That was the thing for me. Why I ended up picking them.
Let's make sure. Hold the fort. Hmm. Technical difficulties. Hold, please. Yep. Just wanted to make sure he hasn't been arrested for anything lately. Jamal Adams.
You have to pick from the Bills, though.
Oh, I have to pick from the Bills. You did pick the Bills. I'm an idiot.
Their strong safety is Jordan Poyer.
I know who Jordan Poyer is. He used to be an alcoholic.
Wait.
He said he used to have a 6-pack before every practice. What a man. I'm so stupid, dude. Because I
understand. I know what you mean.
No, I already had the Seahawks pulled up, and then I closed out my Bills page and went to that. I was like, oh, Jamal Adams. I don't think I'm going to beat it, but I think I can beat safety. I'll give you the O-line advantage. I'll go Buffalo. They're not a bad O-line, but I think Indy's better.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Top half of the league. Yeah, I'm not quite relenting on Jordan Poyer yet. I'll give you the Titans because Byard's a free safety, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Dang. It's Mike Vrabel. Yeah, I like Mike Vrabel.
All right.
I would say I have a strong coaching advantage.
It didn't take a lot for you to beat David Coley.
Yeah. I could have got pretty much any team other than the Jaguars 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, my bad. I got off the screen. All
There
right.
you
Okay. Oh, man, this is not ideal for me, buddy boy. Do I want to give you Tart or Winfield? I think I'd rather give you Tart. So,
Yeah, I think you'd be an
Niners.
idiot to give me Winfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaklaski. Tart. Tartt.
Let's see who my safety is going to be. I will have to look up the depth charts. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I think you know which one I'm giving you.
Yeah, that's why I have to look up the depth chart because I know who the Vikings safeties are.
ATL FALCONS Falcons. I just made up the channel.
Sweet. All right.
No, I don't know.
Harmon.
LeBron
Harmon.
Oh, are you kidding me? Deron Harmon?
Yeah.
Dude, he's a former Pat. Hold the fort before we tally up. I have not heard his name in years, dude. He was the first guy.
He's 30.
Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia brought over in Detroit. He was an expat, and he was a big free agent signing for them in 2020. And he played 1 year, and they cut him. He played his first 6 years in New England. He was a big free agent signing for them in 2020. Played 1 year.
Huh.
Got cut. Now he's in Atlanta.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Fell off a cliff. Yeah, no, but he was legit. He was up there with the McCourty brothers when they were both back there, when they had a pretty good back end there in the mid 2010s when Brady and Peyton were going up against each other. There when Peyton was in Denver, Deron Harmon was the safety holding down the fort with just out of curiosity, because I know it's not podcast material, but I'm trying to remember their other safety. It'll ring a bell for you. Patrick Chung, and Deron Harmon, and then you had and then you had Stephon Gilmore and the McCourty brothers.
Dang, that's really good secondary.
Nate Ebner was there. He actually was pretty famous because he was played a little bit of fullback even for Belichick. Played in the Olympics on the rugby team, and then was the second string safety for the Pats.
Wow,
special, just elite player. That back end of that defense was just nasty.
That's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go through and see?
Let's do it.
Who we think?
Yeah.
Pull something up to tally it up. Okay. All right. Deshaun or Burrow?
I will go Deshaun. Don't call me a criminal. Watson.
Cook or Mixon?
Cook.
Yes. All right, we'll go. So Hopkins is your best receiver. I think I would say AJ Brown is my best receiver.
Yeah, I would almost go Hopkins, Brown. I'm not saying in order, but against each other. Hopkins, Brown, McLaurin, CD, Ridley, Chark.
Yeah, that's how I think too. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first receiver matchup belongs to you, Hopkins over Brown. And then I would say McLaurin versus CD, and you think McLaurin? You said? I thought that's what you said a second ago.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean as far as for who would win the matchup. I just meant as far as us discussing it. It would be Hopkins against Brown, McLaurin against CD, and Chark against Ridley.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Hopkins against Brown. Who you got?
Hopkins. Yeah. So I gave that to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave these wide receiver matchups to you because I think the first two are pretty close. And then CD, McLaurin. That one's really tough for me.
I think right now, give the edge to McLaurin, I think.
It's really close.
It is really close. We can even do that a wash because that one is really close.
Yeah, I probably feel like that's a wash, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel you there. All right, we'll call that one a wash, and then Ridley or Chark.
Ridley for me.
Yeah, me too. I will give you Waller over Goddard as much as I like
Thank
Goddard.
you. I'll give you Andy, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Bosa over Hunter. I think we can agree there. Okay, so that's a point for you. Your best
take
is
Hayward.
Cam Hayward. My best is Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah, I'm going Cam Hayward.
Who's having the better season, actually? I think this
And
might be
even
closer than we think, or than
yeah, and I don't even know based off of because we had to look up Jeffrey Simmons, but just as far as based off of who they are and where they're at. I know 8 sacks for defensive tackles.
Mhm.
It's legit, but I think as far as overall talent, I personally still give it to Cam Hayward, but that's me.
I feel you. No, the only reason I definitely wouldn't have even thought this was the debate before this season, but he's actually had a really, really good season, so that's the only reason. But just wondering. But Hayward, I think, has had a really good season too. Yeah, I'll give Hayward. It seems like Simmons is having a slightly better statistical season, but Hayward's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And he's sharing
far
with
as-
TJ Watt.
Yeah, he is. As far as the flash in the pan and how good of a year Harold Landry's had too, it's probably opening up some stuff for Simmons in the middle, which I guess we'll find out here as we finish this up and review our review and predict our Niners Titans game here coming up. We'll be able to talk about Simmons here in a second.
I don't know who to pick between Quentin Jefferson and Ross Blacklock.
I don't know who Blacklock is. Quentin Jefferson's got 3 sacks and I think 20 tackles.
Okay, I'll give
he's
because Blacklock I think had 1 sack.
Gotcha. Quentin Jefferson's a fine defensive tackle. He's just a run stopper. I don't necessarily know if he's going to put up a ton of stats, but
yeah. This is interesting. Josh Allen or Chandler Jones at this point. That's interesting to me.
It's probably a wash for me. I think Allen's having a good year as far as for making that jump. Here's the 3rd-year player. Chandler Jones is just Chandler Jones. He always seems to do this, starts off hot, but he makes an impact every game, the same level I think Josh Allen does, the way teams have to scheme around him and things. He's still a legit edge guy. But for me, it's a wash. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I was basically going to see the statistics and see how they compare and let it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. If you want to give it to a statistical edge.
Yeah. Dang it, that's Josh Allen the Bills. Okay, hold on. Okay.
9.5 sacks, 4
Yeah, it looks
forced
like-
fumbles, and 33 for Jones.
Yeah, I think Chandler Jones' stats are still decently better. So,
Yeah, I'm cool with that. And if you feel like they're going to be a wash, I don't mind going off stats.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Man, I feel like I'm getting rocked because I am. Miles Jack or Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons for me.
Yes. Isaiah Simmons or Devin Bush?
Devin Bush for me.
I just think so too. Pierre Luis or Shaquille Griffin?
I'll
Let's make
I'll go.
his name.
Yeah, I'll go Gryffindor.
Yeah, me too.
Who, by the way, Seattle should have paid whatever it took to hold on to him because they're suffering for it now.
True that, man. Okay. Marlon Humphrey or your best outside corner, Xavier Howard?
Again, man, that's tough. At least for me, anyway. I don't know how it is for you. For me, I feel like Xavier, from a talent standpoint, is probably better, but I respect Marlon more. Just based on his body of work.
Yeah, I think Marlon's better actually.
Yeah, I'm cool with giving it to Marlon.
Yeah,
That's not going to hurt
better.
my feelings any. It
All right.
was a slight edge to Marlon for me, or a wash.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Gilmore or Desmond King?
I'm curious to see how strongly you feel about it because you giggled. And I think Desmond King's better than people give him credit for, with Gilmore being over the hill just a little bit. I'm curious.
I mean, a little bit, but I mean, he's still a top 10 corner.
I don't know
like,
about top 10, but I'll still give it to Gilmore.
Pretty easily a top 10 corner, I'd say. But
I think Desmond King is top 32.
40.
I think he's top 32. He's
Yeah.
a top starter, and Gilmore's probably top 25.
Oh, okay.
We can debate it later, but I'll give you Gilmore.
I mean, he's still, you don't have to worry about that side of the field. Like, I mean,
Yeah, there's a reason New England cut him, and it wasn't just for saving money.
yeah, but he's played great with Carolina too. So I don't know.
Yeah, also
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, also Carolina sucks. So
Well, that's true. Not their defense though. Not their defense though. They still have a great defense. All right, Simmons or Buddha?
Simmons.
Yes. And Deron Harmon or Jaquiski Tartt? Or Jaquaski?
I'll take my strawberry Pop-Tart.
Heck yeah. Mike Vrabel or David Cohen?
Neither.
Mike Vrabel's a good coach.
I'll go Mike Vrabel. I mean, what I'm worried about now, and I'll finally bring up Michigan. What my biggest fear is right now is Vrabel is going to get sick of coaching the NFL. He's a former Buckeye. Ryan Day goes to the Bears. Vrabel goes back to Ohio State, and then this little short-lived ecstasy trip I've been on for the last month is going to be short-lived and over. But yeah, I do like me some Vrabel, man. If it wasn't for MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell, I'd be right there with you.
True.
Yeah.
You won 11-7.
Really? That much of a blowout?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was fighting on some of those battles. I thought we were closer than that. It was funny when we were picking it. I thought you were blowing me out.
I did at the beginning, and then it really turned. I don't know.
Yeah, you got blackballed, and then you were screwed.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, real quick before we close out, enjoy that team building, and guys going forward, especially in the off season. We'll be doing some more stuff like that. We did this celebrity team building before. Me and Steve are gonna do more team building stuff like this. We got NFL draft to preview, so just a little taste of what we expect to come in the off season. But real quick before we close out, Steve, I'll put on my host hat here. Give us a preview of the Niners Titans coming up on a short week. 8:20 kick local time in Nashville, Tennessee, on the NFL Network Thursday night kickoff. What are your keys to victory? And then I'll give you mine.
Keys to victory is because AJ Brown is playing, I believe.
Yeah, he should be coming off. He's still going to be a little banged up, but they need him back this game, so he's going to be playing. He's not 100%.
I would still say, even though he's not 100%, I think he'll be targeted a lot. Don't get absolutely roasted by AJ Brown, and play a clean game. Don't turn the ball over and shoot yourself in the foot. That's it. I think they're the better team right now, and they can go and show it.
No, I agree with you. I think almost opposite you. I'd almost key in on the run game 100% and commit to stopping Derrick Henry and make AJ Brown beat you because we know he's not healthy. You know, he's playing, but he's not healthy.
Derrick Henry.
Did I say Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant as far as keying in on the run game, stopping Derrick Henry. We know AJ Brown is playing, but he's not 100% healthy. Make AJ Brown beat you.
Derrick Henry isn't playing, right?
Is he still out?
Yeah.
He's going to be back for week 18. He's going to be back for week 18. I read that report wrong earlier.
Oh, you thought it said 16?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so we'll go back and rewind. There you go. Oh, there's your timer. But yeah, no, we'll go back and rewind. But no, I would almost commit 100% to making Ryan Tannehill and AJ Brown beat you through the air. Although they don't have an elite stable of running backs.
Mm-hmm. They're still producing.
Still with Hilliard and I forget the other guy's name. Thank you. I would still be more concerned with that Titan O line, maybe getting a little bit of push. I'd almost just keen on the run game, make a banged up AJ Brown, make Ryan Tannehill, who's been inconsistent this year, beat you single handedly. Tanny, and this was surprising to me when I looked it up earlier. Not only is he trailing Jimmy Garoppolo 31-18 in yards, Garoppolo's got 31-72. Tanny's thrown for 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. So he is treading water right now. So if you can stack that box, make him beat you through the air, pray to God you don't have Ambry on A.J. Brown. Who is the Titans' number 2 wide receiver this week? I actually had him in fantasy.
Dude, I can't even remember
got a hyphenated
receivers' names, dude.
Yeah, he's got a hyphenated last name.
I don't think
I forget. Something to Kai Westbrook or something.
Yeah.
Let me see before I talk out of my rear end.
Well, it's too late for that.
Nick Westbrook. Thank you, Steve. Nick Westbrook. Ikhini.
Yeah.
Make him and A.J. Brown beat you through the air. I don't think they will, because when when NWI was in as the number 1 wide receiver over the last couple of weeks, he really struggled getting targeted. Even as a complimentary role in a number 2 role, he's nowhere near what they need. So I know this segment was longer than it needed to be because I forgot Derrick Henry was out for 2 more weeks.
No, that's good.
But yeah, keys of the game for me: stop the run, make a guy who's thrown just as many touchdowns as he has interceptions beat you through the air.
Yeah,
especially Nashville at 820. That's gonna be cooler than people think. A little bit of a cold weather game for
40s
a guy that's
at least, maybe 30s.
God's had some struggles in the air.
True. He's been super inconsistent. Man, it's another team. It's another week where I think they're the better team and they just need to go out and show it. It's not to the extent of the Atlanta game, but similar aspect here. They just need to go take care of business, man. I know it's a short week, but if you're a team who you want to have success in the playoffs, you got to win a game like this.
Yeah, and I almost think Atlanta was more of the trap game in this game because you're not looking – the short week isn't what traps you. It's the game leading up to the short week that puts you into a trap. Coming off the Atlanta game, I don't worry about them not showing up. Now, maybe Atlanta catches fire. Maybe A.J. Brown is 100% healthy. Maybe Hilliard and Foreman pop off. And maybe my keys of victory are horrible like they usually are. But if you're going to just not show up, it would have been to Atlanta. It's not going to be Tennessee. Tennessee is a game that you're preparing for and looking to. Atlanta on a full week, when you're preparing for the inevitability of only having a few days of rest compared to almost a week, that's the one you let slip away. Not this one. So I don't worry about them not showing up. Like I said, it really just depends on how healthy A.J. Brown is. And if you can stop that run game, make them 100% have to throw through the air like they've tried to the last few weeks and they've really struggled with, I think you've got it in hand.
Yeah, and just don't beat yourself, because that's been the recipe. They've won games when they don't turn the ball over, and they've lost games when they turn the ball over. It's simple, but that's the 49ers, man. So you just got to go take care of business. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Should be another win, and then you got Houston, and they're in a really good spot for starting.
Win this game, and you're in the playoffs.
Absolutely. For starting 2-4, 3-5, then they're in much better spot than we anticipated. So it's good to see. Yeah.
Real quick score prediction.
I think it'll be relatively low scoring. I'm going to go 20-17. Yep.
Thursday night games are so weird.
Yeah, they are.
To me, it's going to be maybe kind of a weird scoring game. I'll go San Francisco 30.
Nice.
Tennessee 21.
Sweet. Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, whatever happens, we'll be back to cover it. But before we get out of here, Josh, will you provide us with your fact of the week?
Be more than happy to, my friend.
Sweet.
So, the world's most successful pirate. Who's some famous pirates you know? Aside from Jack Sparrow, what's a famous pirate maybe you've heard of?
Redbeard.
Yeah, maybe red beard, black beard, the multiple colored beard. Well,
Yes.
surprisingly, Blackbeard, Redbeard, Jack Sparrow, they're not the world's most successful pirate. Really surprising when I read this. The world's most successful pirate in all of history was a woman. It was a lady. It was a lady gal. Her name was Qing Shi.
Oh.
She was a prostitute in China until the commander of the Red Flag Fleet bought and married her. But her husband considered her his equal, and she became an active pirate commander in the fleet and went on to slay many peoples, take many wealths, many treasures, and she became the most successful pirate in history. So it goes to show that whether your background is a coach at The Ohio State University or you are a lowly analyst like Kyle Shanahan, it doesn't matter what your backgrounds are. We've seen many people fail when they've been anointed with great positions of splendor. But much like Qing Shi, I take confidence in knowing, although she was the most successful pirate in history, we have a man of equal footing in Kyle Shanahan leading our team. So just very fortunate to have someone like him, unlike, maybe a less successful man.
Maybe in the very far southeast area of the country, maybe in that region. Yeah. That was a great one, man. I really enjoyed that one. Good way to end this thing. And again, if we can get a single comment about our teams, which one you prefer, because hey, checkmark matchups doesn't always mean better teams. So if anybody happens to think I have the
you don't even have
team,
to comment.
Let us know.
You don't even have to comment whose team. You don't have to comment the team. Just put a J or an S. It takes 2 seconds.
That's true. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to comment after this video is uploaded under a fictitious account. My account name is Qing Shi, and I will be voting for myself.
Well, now I'm looking out for that. But thank you for anyone who has listened and made it this far. We appreciate it. And hopefully we are discussing another victory next week, and we'll have Luke on. So he'll actually be able to watch the game. So look forward to that. Thank you all for listening. See you next time. I'm Steven. That's Josh. Peace out, guys.
Qing Shi.